The NATO summit in Ankara highlighted one absurdity. The Turkish president presented all delegation members with a revolver with an ammunition in a special luxury box. And now comes the funny part. The British Prime Minister was prohibited from taking the gun home, and before any potential transport to London, the gun will be permanently disabled so it cannot fire. Canada, the Netherlands, and several other countries must do the same. And Belgium had the best story. There, they didn't open the package until after landing home, so they had to hand the gun over to the military police as an emergency measure. And I'm glad I live in the country where Prime Minister Andrej Babiš was able to bring a revolver home without any trouble and doesn't have to deal with these senseless bans. Babiš will display the weapon in the government office ceremonial rooms, and President Pavel will register his firearm to his name. It's shocking that there are countries where no one can own a gun, except law enforcement and criminals, of course. The police officers who arrested Henry Nowak, who had been stabbed, are under investigation. The officer who responded to Nowak's statement, "I was stabbed," with "I don't think you have, mate," may be charged with violating standards of professional conduct. However, this case is being investigated as a violation of official duty, not a criminal offense. The British public, on the other hand, believes that the police officers contributed to Henry's death by failing to call for help. The tragic incident took place in December 2025. Henry Nowak was stabbed by Digwa, a Sikh who accused him of racist abuse in front of police. Instead of calling for help for Henry, the police arrested the dying murder victim, and he died in handcuffs. The public did not learn of case until half a year later. Digwa was sentenced to at least 21 years in prison. His brother and mother helped him hide the evidence, and they also ended up in prison. The police did not handcuff Digwa even several days later, even though he had already been charged with murder by that time. Footage from a police officer's body camera then revealed shocking officers' behavior, suggesting that the police in the United Kingdom are trained to treat white people more harshly. You probably heard about Pedro Sanchez, the Spanish Prime Minister, who has a plan to legalize 500,000 illegal immigrants coming to Spain. But I have really bad news for you, because reality is much, much worse. The count of illegal immigrants requested legalizing in Spain came up to 1.25 million. It's more than 2.5% of EU population. This case can change election results, because Pedro Sanchez also wants these immigrants to be able to vote. He is losing his own people, so he wants to destroy his own culture, so he can continue in his position as a prime minister. As I told you many times before, the politicians with open border policy will do everything to stay in their positions.